Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is James, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use shading, light, and ambience in modeling character like Spider-Man and other characters in Blender. And whether you're a beginner or an expert, I think you'll find something valuable here. So stick around, hit that like button, and let's jump straight in. So I've opened Blender here. So I'll begin with a drone that will have. I'll begin with a drone first. So guys, in this video, you're going to model Kipchoge running from a certain point to a certain point within the school, and then I'm going to model Spider-Man jumping from a drone to the ground. To the ground, yeah. So that will be the main focus for this tutorial. I have a character. I have found a very nice skin for Spider-Man on Sketchfab, and I think I will import it here. Let me show you guys. So guys, we're going to use this model of Spider-Man. I think it looks nice from Sketchfab. Uh, yeah, we're going to use this model. I'll download it as a FBX file. So I'll import the Spider-Man model from Sketchfab. I'm using the Sketchfab add-on on Blender. And yes, now we have the Spider-Man model right here, and you can check to confirm the model looks good. And yeah, now I'll import the drone to ensure I had modeled it. Let me Yeah, so we have the actual drone here, and we have a Spider-Man here. So the first thing I'll do is I'll actually put Spider-Man on top of the drone, and then I'll raise the drone to the sky. So Spider-Man is already on top of the drone. So I'll raise them up. Yeah, this like 10 meters above the ground, and I think this actually good. It looks good. So the next thing I'll do is I'll actually add the sky, is add the HDRI. So I think I've added the HDRI, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. And yes, I'll go to the next step, which is to actually add the buildings. I'm going to use OSM OpenStreetMap to extract some of the key buildings around. And now using this Blossom add-on, I'll click on select. After clicking select, it will open this OpenStreetMap, and then I'll navigate to the actual place, which is Juja, specifically JKUAT, and then I'll draw a rectangle around this place to capture the actual coordinates for the selected environment. After this, I'll click on copy. I think the spelling is good. I'll click on copy, then go back to Blender. So here in Blender, I'll click paste. These are the actual coordinates for the selected area, and then I'll click import. As you can see, it has actually imported uh, some of the actual places that I actually needed in my map. These are the places I require in my map. So I'll delete some of these paths that don't actually lead to where I want. I'll delete these paths, and then I'll remain with these ones. I think I'll remove these ones too. No, remove this one. Ah, I've actually imported the specified environment. So I'll move Spider-Man from this place to this field over here where he's supposed to jump from this drone to the actual field. Now I have positioned Spider-Man actually on top of the field. I just modified the location of Spider-Man, and as you can see, it's actually on top of the graduation square. So the next step will be modeling pictures. So yeah, I'm ready for this field and we have to create the actual model. So we'll start with inverse kinematic and the character to split the zip muscles. I'm not going to use the EV engine, but I want the portrait studio light to ensure the character is well lit. And then these other things like facial expressions, assets, I'll actually pick them later. Let's first create the character. Click on create character. Okay, no. I think it's actually perfect. Let me close the character and then I'll show you guys. I'm going to use the clothing, the assets from MBLab to create the character, and then I'll show you some of the movements that we're going to perform. The character is going to actually perform. So this is the actual character, and as you can see, uh, from this MBLab, I modified the character to ensure he's around 44 years. I think Kipchoge is 40 years old, and then he's actually standing at the main gate, and then the tone is actually okay, I think, and the mass. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually implement some of the movements on the character to ensure that he can actually run from this point to these actual points here. So I'm going to use Mixamo to for the animations. Yeah, I'll append Motorica blend, go to collection, and then append. So if I go to the center, uh, we can see this file that has been appended here. So this is the file that this model I'll use it to actually define a path in which the Kipchoge will run. And then I have set my base rate to be 60 FPS. And so let's proceed with drawing the actual path which Kipchoge will run. So this is the actual model that we imported from Motorica. So I'm using auto keyframing and moving the character from the initial position, and this is how I'm doing it. So I want to actually change the position of this character, the rotation to 250 degrees. See if that works. No, I'll reduce it to 150. Yeah, that's actually good. So you, using Motorica. So this I'm using auto keyframing. So I'll go back to the last frame, which was 160, and then I'll push it forward to like 220, and then actually move the character forward. So I'm actually designing this is the path that the character will follow. So I've set the two keyframes from 60 to 160, so the character will actually move from the main gate to pavilion at 160. So I have generated the actual animation using the keyframes from 0 to 150. I'll edit these to 150. The first one was having some issues with the path, but so I'll import the actual FBX. I have imported the file, and Let me zoom in a little bit. So I have imported the actual Motorica file that was generated, and now I'm going to start from the first keyframe, which is 1 to it will end at 150. So as you can see, the character is actually moving from the main gate to the actual graduation square. I'm going to pause this now. So the next character we're going to see is Spider-Man. We had positioned him directly above the graduation square, so I'm going to zoom in to the specific place. So I've actually managed to zoom into Spider-Man, and this is the camera position. I'm going to use it to actually record Spider-Man. So let's go to the camera view. I think this is actually good. Let's go back to the, let's get out of the camera view. And then I want to model Spider-Man to be able to jump from the actual drone to the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the actual bone, the rig bone, then zoom out a little bit, and then I'll going auto keyframe, and then after I've selected the bone, the armature, so I'm going to press this. He's supposed to move from this position to the ground. Yeah, yeah, I think this is actually good. Now I'm going to play this and see if he's actually moving. Yeah, we have animated the actual movement from the top of the drone. So this jump I've animated. Uh, I used Mixamo to animate this actual jump. And now Spiderman is actually jumping from the top of the vehicle, and Kipchoge actually runs from the main gate to the graduation square. This one. mm, I don't know, it's not loading. I'm going to change to this one and then add it. Um, There should be an option for integrating into this actual view, but I don't have the HDRI Studio Maker Pro, so I'll change it back to this viewport. So guys, this is how you can animate the movements of the two characters, and I hope you enjoyed the video.